Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Baldur's Gate 3. It's the finale, I think. We're here hanging out with all of our friends after defeating the brain. Dude, the owlbear still has the armor. We have to talk to the owlbear. Hoot hoot. He's so big. Pet him. I think this is just like a nice victory lap after the game, but we're gonna see what the epilogue has in store. How did he get so big so fast? I know time has passed now, but he was big in like the finale of the game. I should cast like speak with animals maybe. It's good to see you.
Coyly at the ground, suddenly shy.
Oh, our owlbear's shy. What have you been up to?
Snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing. It's unclear.
Could be both.
However, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
Wow. I think it's time someone looked after you. I think he wants to do his own thing. Although he could, yeah, maybe he lives with us. Dude, we have a pet owlbear. No one will ever mess with our stuff ever again.
The owlbear's eyes is clear.
Oh, there you go.
For a home and would love to stay with Shadowheart.
But not me? I see how it is. Okay, okay. Is there anybody over here? Nah. No one. Dude, look at all the food, though.
No.
Millil? Who is this guy?
It's been too long.
Minsk, hello. Can I talk to you, sir? Hi.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Is that guy's voice my character's voice? Tough gig?
You have no idea. You've no idea who I am.
Who are you?
Withers couldn't even find a bard that knows who I am.
I've never heard of you before. Of course I recognize the greatest bard of all time. The famous you. I gotta lie. At least one last time. For double 18, wow. For old time's sake, I had to lie to him.
You know.
Yeah.
You're bloody right. It is an honor.
Yeah.
Down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for?
Nothing. Please carry on.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
Well, I put him in a better mood. See, that was like the best kind of lie. Where you lie to somebody and it makes their day.
Withers can pluck wine from all over the world.
Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome.
Where were you?
You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell.
Why were you in prison?
Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
You were in a cell? What for?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh
Oh
words.
yeah, he's got a nasty scar.
Some manner of head wound.
Or maybe he had that already.
We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference.
Well, you're lucky we pulled you out of there.
Walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
No. I mean, yeah, whatever. It sounds like Withers got you out just in time.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell.
But All right.
You would not be late to the bloodshed.
Well, good luck to you.
But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
I think I'm just kind of chilling. Yeah, I guess I would be missing all of our friends.
No, my friend, it is not yet time for tears and passing boo around for the wiping of eyes.
You wipe your eyes off on your rodent?
There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable.
Nice.
This pond shall do nicely, boo, though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
That's not how soap works. Oh, Will! Let's talk to Will.
Your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure it. You can
What?
touch, taste, and talk. But your fleshy body is in limbo, the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one with the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed the Gith species. The Githzerai god king Menyar Ad Gith sent word through the cosmos. He knows of your rebellion, and he's agreed to parley. Should the Githzerai join you, you could vanquish Flakith in a red dragon's blink.
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count.
I'm so confused. What the heck was that even about? Does the game think I'm like Lae'zel or something? Cause that was incredibly weird, and I have no idea what it's even talking about. I've turned my mind to political matters. We seek a powerful ally. I think the game is incorrect in thinking of who I am. I'm so confused.
Diplomacy. Not so different from fighting, I find. You still grip your blade. You just hide it beneath a silken glove. I'm no stranger to it myself. A city is not rebuilt with the simple wave of a duke's hand.
I wanted to ask Will about how that's going.
Coin must change hands. Tongues must be held in check. Still, I make the decisions I see fit. The ones I think will restore the city to glory. I serve only Baldur's Gate, not a devil of the first hell.
Good luck. The city's changed a lot.
I've had more than a few challenges, given the horns sprouting from my head. The people know me as one of the champions who saved their beloved city. They know Ravengard blood flows through my veins.
Could you like hack the horns off? Like Hellboy style?
The councils of Waterdeep and Arm, their arms aren't so wide open. Still, there's no friction that can't be greased with a sly promise or a proposition.
Screw the aristocracy. They suck. Refugees were swarming the bridge. I wonder things have changed.
The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright, welcoming the weak and the weary from wherever they hail. We are building new housing, not just shanties, but homes where families can rest their heads, plant gardens, pursue happiness. Amazing what can be done when Parliament and the Council pressure the upper city elites to open their coffers.
Dude!
I'm sure the Silver Shields can make do without a few more jeweled crowns.
Will's doing a great job. What happened to the Council of Four?
Disbanded, to be formed anew. I don't expect a soldier or street sweeper to see through the schemes of a tyrant like Gortash. But the city's lords and ladies were all too eager to abandon their oaths and bend the knee.
Cowards.
Liara Porter is now Grand Duke of the Wilds, Sickle of Chult. Floric is now Grand Duke of the Crossing.
Oh, Floric's cool.
Face of devotion.
Nice.
And I am Will Ravengard, Grand Duke of the Worm, Heart of the Gate. We will yet be four. Until such time, and
Ooh, can I be the fourth?
we will enact the will of the People's Parliament.
I put my hand in the ring.
Is nothing without its citizens, both in the upper and lower. Our duty is to them, and only them.
Dude, Will is like a great leader. What about the Flaming Fist?
I've entrusted the fist to Floric. She commands the Flaming Fist with as brave a heart as ever. and delivered them nary a scolding nor lashing. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, Florix pardoned every last fist. I will not make them drink the poison of my own resentment. Her words, not mine.
That's big of her.
Like my father, she believes in the bow and the blade. But she's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
Dude, Will's gonna be like the greatest leader of Baldur's Gate in history. Do you miss Masora? I doubt it.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought.
The few that we fought.
The nights around the fire. The comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone.
Whoever is munching over there is the worst person ever.
And I'd rather not, to be clear. I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Aw, bear hug.
Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it.
I don't really need to ask him the Mazora question.
Matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Will, you drunkard? Jeez. It was Minsk, wasn't it? Well, let's talk to Volo.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed.
I'm glad you didn't take my eye that one time.
My friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here.
Ah, he wasn't even invited.
Getting lost in the post.
It's wonderful to see you.
Busy as
I'm trying to be polite to everybody.
that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together.
Like, we barely did anything together.
Getting your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form.
Dude, you son of a gun.
Me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me.
That's terrible.
Think.
What? I need a better title. The Hero and I, no? The Hero and I, no?
Me. It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better, I'll write a draft, and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
Give me 10% of the discount, or of the revenue, and you can do whatever you want.
For my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
You spy. Alright, we've done good.
Even a duke deserves a night off.
Dude, the guy has magical instruments. Hello, Lae'zel.
Most welcome sight.
Hi.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Well, how nice of you. It's good to see you too. Yeah.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This Faerun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, intro to Will assumed I was Lae'zel for some reason, which is so weird. Where are you now?
Shractalor.
I've never heard of it. Should I have?
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai.
Oh.
People, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley.
Ooh.
It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Good luck. Hold on. A diplomatic mission? Yeah, she can do this.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
Or you just straight up lie.
Hieroglyph is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces.
See?
My people will be free.
I knew you didn't need Orpheus.
But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
She's like really coming to her own as far as being like, I'm cool. When will I see you again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's Vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle.
How cool.
Back
Whoop.
one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
How cool would it be for you to like go on like wild adventures with your Baldur's Gate crew after the fact?
Past made present.
End your adventure. Ah, that's where we go at the very end.
For this.
Hello, Astarion.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
What a guy.
Well, look who decided to turn up.
What do you mean?
I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying.
I feel like I would be the easiest one to get here.
It clearly worked wonders.
Cause like, I don't think I'm doing anything. I'm just like chilling. Thank my partner. I've been living, seeing as much of the world as possible. After everything, I want to keep helping people. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would do.
So it's the healthy glow you get from being a good person. That explains my pallor.
Oh,
But I'm glad to see the world has treated you well. You've earned it. We both have, in fact. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
I think so. You seem happy. Have you been drinking?
Cheeky. I've been very well behaved. Thank you. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
Ah.
It turns out no one actually cares about murder as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Dude. I could have told you that. One of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
I'm glad Astarion like kind of came through the abuse that he lived through. Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first, but then I realized
I wonder if he was resistant to the sun because of the tadpole.
it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Well, good for him. Acceptance looks good on you.
I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy.
I wonder how you cure vampirism
Quite the journey,
in
you and I. From the moment I first threatened you,
Baldur's Gate,
I knew
or in D&D.
you were someone special, someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye, so much as it's see you later, darling.
Yeah, like show up sometime. We can hang out.
There you are.
Gale! Gale's definitely like one of my favorite companions, for sure.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in.
The what? I look pretty snazzy.
Professor Gale Dakaris of Blackstaff Academy.
He's
The
tenured.
esteemed School of Illusion.
Ooh.
Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
I thought he was an evoker. I see Mr. didn't smite you in the end. Nah, we hug him. I'm a hugger for sure. Oh, he's so much smaller than me. Oh, that's funny. In real life, I'm a hugger too.
Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them.
Honestly, probably a good
Fear of
thing.
Mistra, to be more specific. She sought me out. Not long after, we went our separate ways, and assured me neither she nor the orb should pose me any threat in the future.
Ah, cool.
Of course, it's still in there. A constant reminder of my former hubris. And a surprisingly effective means of keeping my more disobedient students in line. Perhaps a tad too effective.
Ah.
I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
And those guys don't even have mouths. You're an excellent teacher. Go on then, convince me why is illusory magic so much fun? Sounds dull as old brass. I'm glad to hear that the weave is not fodder for idle study. It's dangerous and should be treated as such. I mean, you're an excellent teacher.
Ah, so you still remember our little lesson.
Of course.
It was at that moment, the weave connecting us, that I realized how much your friendship had come to mean to me. As it still does. You were, of course, indulging me in submitting to such a lesson. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course. When they can manage to stay awake.
He sounds so bitter.
What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Little too quiet. My repertoire has some truly spellbinding new songs in it. I mean, like, it's all about Shadowheart, right?
Couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know?
Maybe I should come guest
To
lecture.
introduce you to my current
Yeah!
as a...
Yeah! Exactly!
I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Dude, that sounds awesome. It would be my pleasure. Yeah.
Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise.
That's hilarious.
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower.
Sweet.
It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
I feel like I've probably just been, like, on an adventure with Shadowheart. Like, that just makes sense to me. Tressum! That's his cat!
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Hi! Gale's friend Tara, right? It's nice to see you.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order.
Thanks.
Helped Mr. Dakarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Who am I to argue?
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
I've heard that when you play as Gale, you get to interact with Tara a lot, and that actually appeals to me a great deal. Thanks for the invitation.
Send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months.
She's into salmon more now.
Darling.
Bye. There she goes, off into the bushes. All right, where I saw Jahira around here. That's Gale. Ah, there she is.
Always makes my day better.
Hello.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Yeah, when I'm not covered in blood and mud. That makes one of us. Harsh. I've learned a lot.
I'm glad the months have not been wasted. Particularly as I spent them cleaning up the mess we made of the city.
Well, you gotta stay employed.
Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Are you just gonna complain about work? It's a kip, but it's our kip.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity.
Harsh.
Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers.
Healers.
My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Root out the corruption. All well and good, but what about you? What have you been up to?
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild.
Yeah, didn't all the Harpers die?
I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Thanks. You too.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs.
You're just an old curmudgeon, aren't you?
The refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Maybe. All right. Who haven't we talked to yet? Volo, Will, Gale, Scratch, the dog. Oh, he's got the thing.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
It's the thing. Scratch, come here, boy. Yeah, we got the thing with the, I forget what it's called. The one where the Emperor resided within it. The astral prism. That's right. Good boy. Thanks. Yowl. That's it?
A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Do you think the Emperor's gonna show up? I'm glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite companion.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement.
Where did you find this?
He whines. Less talk, more throw.
Ah, fair enough. Okay. That's that. Have I talked to everybody but Shadowheart so far?
No worries.
Hold on. Scratch, Shadowheart, Owlbear, Jahira, me, Volo, Halsin. Oh, I haven't talked to Halsin yet. There he is. I didn't recognize. He's like wearing clothes. I didn't recognize him.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
You guys should like visit more often. Feelings mutual?
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared.
That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing.
Yeah, please, no.
It's a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Sounds like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, a doppelganger has taken my place.
Halson's also a hugger. And he's the only guy who's also my size. So it feels normal. Because I am a huge man. That's very funny.
That was more than worth the wait. Rest assured, my arms shall be ready. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Oh, what have I been up to? I want to hear about what you've been up to.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months,
Oh,
we have
cool.
turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them.
That's awesome.
The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Dude, like, everything's so happy with the good ending. What happens if you're the Dark Urge and you just, like, destroy everybody? That's horrible. Sounds wonderful.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges.
Children?
Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated.
Dude's got kids?
Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Had I known bedtime tales were a possibility, I'd have sought you out at camp. I expect you'll have a few tales you will need to wait until they're older. Let's see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Oh, that is unsettling. The truth may be a little flat, spice it up a little. Yeah, spice it up. Oh, it's a +10, that's easy. I don't even need to friends it. Haha, another 18. Bam. Easy as pie.
You are truly incapable of disappointing. The children shall be wrapped, and have no fear. All due credit shall be given to the tale's originator.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
I think we're good. What of the Grove? Who are the hell are Thaniel and Oliver?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit.
Is that the kid that was like lost in the shadow
To make
realm?
a child's smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
That must be who it was. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
What is it?
Ducks.
Oh, cool!
I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide.
That's a pretty good carving.
Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
I didn't know Halsin was so, like, sentimental. That's lovely. You're a sentimental creature at heart.
Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Yeah. Whittled duck. Nice. Alright, we must go talk to Shadowheart, and then I think that's the last of it.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this... It's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
I can pinch you? Your backside is horny.
Oh, I've noticed. Ever since I first slipped into my camp garments, I should think.
Hee hee.
So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story.
That's funny.
After you've told them. Any ideas?
Yeah, you tell them, I doubt we would bore them if we try and think of all we've gotten up to.
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins.
Bing bong!
That stray imp that joined us. Bing Bong, wasn't it?
Dude, I want to know the adventures of Bing Bong!
Squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you.
Aww.
I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
I truly need is a kiss. Yeah!
That can be arranged.
Why are we so coy? Aww. Adorable.
Almost a shame we're with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
Maybe later. Or now. Let me hold you?
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
I guess it does kind of make sense we wouldn't really have, like, a super long conversation with whoever our partner is. Because, like, we've been having conversations probably for the last 6 months.
I could get lost in those arms.
Aww. Alright, I gotta go.
With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
Alright, I think that's the end of the game. I suppose? Unless I missed somebody. Let's just double check. Gale, Astarion, Jaheira, Scratch, Minsk, Milil, that's the Bard, Volo, and Will. Alright, we've done good. I think that's the end of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire series. It's definitely been one of the longer ones I've done. But if you did enjoy the series, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more see other things other than Baldur's Gate on the channel, you should subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. We're gonna end here with talking to Withers, I guess.
Thou feelst it still.
Oh, Karlach.
She is not here. She who was the boldest.
Can we talk to her one more time? Oh, now I'm depressed.
Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often?
I would say so. Can you bring her back? Might as well ask the question. Oh, fair enough.
Correct. Not in planes material, elemental, nor transitive can her like be found. In but 10 days, an entire life was lived. More than mortal years. Mortal centuries were hers. Thy band, thy bond, gave that life to her.
She was like a sister to me? Yeah, that's a pretty good description. Like, I felt like we were really close.
Not like. Thou wert her kin. It was written in her heart. Surely thou knowest that. In the fugue plain her soul burns so bright, it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time all changeth and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again.
Well, that'd be nice. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
All right. What's happening?
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account.
Well, I thought he was lecturing the owlbear.
Thou heroes, wastrels, friend.
Wastrels!
I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now.
Wags a finger.
Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To Baldur's Gate? Nah, we already cheered Baldur's Gate enough. To the greatest friends I could dream of, brains without worms and a good night's sleep? Yeah, greatest friends. That's kind of the whole point of this thing.
To you.
Thanks, Withers. All right, cool. Well, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the series. I had a great time playing it. It took a long time to finish, but I'm glad I did it. Like I said, if you enjoyed the series, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more stuff like Baldur's Gate 3, you want to see other series I'm doing on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thou art the dead three. Thy face is God's, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.